Hello. It's a long journey, but relatively safe once we're clear of the jungle. The Kalgurans keep the road pretty secure. Shall we? Good luck.
Doriani has one piece of an ancient weapon that can control corruption. The other 3 pieces lie somewhere in the countless islands of the Karui archipelago, but their current leader is distrustful of outsiders. He would never give us passage. Our only path forward lies through Kingsmarch. Perhaps there we shall find a ship and crew brave enough to take us where we need to go.
This is it? This is Kingsmarch? Science and civilization must have never recovered.
Oi, where did Elva get to?
She has gone ahead to meet her local contacts.
We will need a vessel to navigate the archipelago. We must begin our search to locate the pieces of the weapon.
Behave yourselves, will ya? So, where should I start hunting?
We know the pieces of the weapon radiate intense, latent corruption. The more dangerous an island is, the more likely it is to contain a piece of it.
So...
We know...
How can I advise? Doriani sees the world through a different lens. You must remember that he is of a bygone era.
I can hear you, you know.
Indeed.
And of what era are you, exactly?
Older still. I have seen many civilizations rise and fall.
now, break it up.
It is a strange feeling meeting someone so gifted in sciences I unintentionally brought to the world. All of Val technology and advancements derived from my ultimate mistake.
You call the beast a mistake? On this I do not agree. The gods were nothing but monstrous tyrants. The power of corruption allowed humanity to seize back control of their destiny.
And what did you do with that control?
A means to an end. They were all willing sacrifices.
That is somehow even more frightening. The zealotry, the fervor. I've seen it all too often. A kind of madness, seemingly fundamental to mankind.
They gave themselves in the hopes of saving our people.
Oh, to bear but one regret.
I've certainly made some mistakes I wish I could take back, but we must accept them and move on.
Do whatever it takes.
Is this the friend you mentioned?
Ah, there you are. This is my contact, Rog, a trader with a keen eye for valuable artifacts. Rog, my friends are after a ship, and it just so happens we have a cartload of Val treasure to cover the charter.
My hunt leads me toward the most dangerous islands.
Kalguran merchant vessels don't intentionally seek out danger. However, there is one captain who may be up to the task. Name's Makoru. I'll set up an account for you, but for now, here's your charter. Take it to her. I've no doubt she'll accept.
I suppose it's time we said farewell for now. I'm off to study a tome on blood magic I found back in Exile. How exciting! Do be careful out there.
Come visit my shop sometime.
The name's Tujin. I'm the harbour master around here.
Greetings, Tujin. I'm looking for Makoru.
Just out on the pier. It's the only ship on the dock right now. Before you go, perhaps I can ask a favour. That kind of shite is bad for business. The Karui know all about it, but won't seem to touch it. Something has to be done.
But how will we fare through that fog?
Makoru can do it. She's Karui and grew up on these waters. If anyone can get you there, it's her, no doubt.
Spirit guide me. This fog won't linger.
We'd be in your debt, and I got something special with your name on it. I'm not a tour guide. This here's the harbour. Got an harbour concern? That's me. For all other concerns, best ask someone else.
Blimey. Thought we might be friends.
Don't take it personal. We got a lot of people coming and going here. Who knows? Maybe you'll surprise me. We do this not for ourselves, but for our children. The words were hollow, but the intent was good. It really is all about making a better world for those that will follow us.
So you do this for the future of your kin. I respect that.
Yeah, something like that.
But what of it? There must be more to it than that.
Quite worldly, aren't you? The situation back in Kalgur made the prospect of raid class a little more appealing than it otherwise would have been.
What happened?
Water under the bridge now. No sense poking a hornet's nest. The big man's resolved to leave us alone, so long as we keep sending back Val artifacts. Keep it up.
Hail.
I'm sorry to hear your teacher Faustus is no longer with us.
If only I could say the same. Between you and me, he could be quite grumpy in his later years. Died of natural causes, they say, but I'm not so sure. He left Kingsmarch around a decade ago. No one was entirely sure where he went. But when he got back, gosh, he really had changed. He'd both softened and hardened. You never quite knew what you'd get. But I could tell it was caused by fear. Certainly, but he still had his mind. It was something else. He looked me dead in the eye. I still remember the look he had on his face. He was looking at me, but also through me, like he was somewhere else, reliving something. He said nothing, got up and left. They found his body later that night on the dock. I heard he held it so tightly, his hands were bloody. All very strange. He helped me with my self-confidence. Well, at least he tried to. He got me blind drunk singing songs with the local crews here in the tavern. Yes, I suppose. Since then, for some reason, people have been more friendly towards me. Aren't people awfully strange?
For a deal? Oh, Kingsmarch. It's what we Kalgurans call this little port town of ours, and also the region round it. All this has been authorised by the king, and we certainly pay enough taxes that we can never forget that. But we're quite far from home. We're mostly left to our own devices. Oh, except for the king's hand. He spends a season here each year to make sure we're on the up and up. There is no greater concentration of loyal followers of the king than here in Kingsmarch. Know what I mean, friend?
I feel like I'm missing something.
Oh, okay then. What is it you want to know about us?
What do you all do in this grand stone village?
Well, most Kalgurans here on Rayclast are in various guilds. I'm in the Meridian Free Traders, the trade guild that owns the charter for Kingsmarch. You can't beat our logistics. Danik is in the Artificers Guild these days. Tujan's a freelance harbour master, but he stays close. You've got to keep the family together, you know. The wife's the only one still carrying on our grand quest. I sure do miss her, but she always comes back soon enough. On an unrelated note, the King's Hand is due to return to Kalgur any day now. Take care if you see him around. This shop is my pride and joy. I've been dreaming of running my own place since my younger days, even though that was impossible back home. There are a limited number of merchant licenses, all owned by wealthy families. New licenses only come up every few years, but I could never afford one back in Kalgur. I've fallen on better times here in Rayclast, you might say. So here I am. I was never one for grand quests, always preferred sorting logistics from the back, but I'm glad I'm here. I'd never have had my children, or built all this. The wife says I'm the real hero, because I have a business and support my family. She might just be buttering me up, but I still take it to heart. The grand quest that brought me here? Oh no, that's a long story. I couldn't possibly. All right then, if you insist, I'll tell the tale. 2 decades ago, our glorious leader, Danig, led us on an expedition across stormy and dangerous oceans to look for an artifact called the Triskelion Flame. Our search took us to the forsaken continent of Rayclast, a land filled with horrible monsters and raving mad exiles.
So it seems.
But we excavated many ancient sites, uncovering some of the lost history of our people's short residence here. Long ago, Kalgurans tried to settle on Rayclast, and it did not go well. Oh, my Gwenna never did feel quite comfortable here. She spends much of her time off continuing our adventure. Doesn't have anything to do with the King's Hand being in town this year.
Ah, say no more.
Fair enough.
Hail, and welcome to Kingsmarch. I am Danig, the smith and leader of this fair port town.
Greetings, Danig. I'm a mountain born of the Asmeri. Oh, rather, I was.
Ouch. That's a pain I recognize. You know, we can't exactly go home either. If you ever want to grab an ale and talk about it, feel free to stop by.
I might do just that.
This little jewel on the sea might have been granted an official charter by the king, but it's those of us here on Rayclast that have built it into the trading hub it is today. To be fair, we did have local help. The king commissioned this port for trade after we'd been operating it as an outpost for many years. We ourselves would like to investigate the remnants of our own culture, but he is very interested in Vaal artifacts. Your guess is as good as mine. Kingsmarch is actually our second attempt at settling on Rayclast. Our first expedition, thousands of years back, was mysteriously lost.
The Asmeri, remember. The stories say we came to their aid, but it was too late. What happened?
That's why we came here 20 years ago, to find out. We also sought the artifact of power our forebears brought with them to Rayclast. It has become my life's work, the search for the Triskelion Flame. The most powerful artifact in our known tales was brought to this continent by the first expedition thousands of years ago. The songs tell of it incinerating evil, purifying tainted fields, and warding off those of ill intent.
Our stories mention your people having that. It'd be a powerful weapon in this fight.
My thoughts exactly. I still intend to get out there, I just get bogged down by the work of running Kingsmarch.
Ah, you're an elder now. No offense.
One day there will be a glorious return. One day we Grand Four will finish our quest, and perhaps do a little saving of this fair Rayclast. Yes, one day. Soon. The runes on our armor essentially capture and shape starlight. It sounds poetic, but don't be fooled. The smiths of the Kalgur turned these runes toward killing work long ago, as soon as we discovered we could compel arrows to find their mark, and blades to bite deeper.
The spirit has never spoken to us of such things. These runes, do they really do all that?
All that and more. The greatest smiths became known as artificers and produced work of singular genius. I'm not quite there yet, but it's only a matter of time and determination. We've had 20 years on Rayclast, and those gems you use continue to perplex me. Clearly, they grant you mystical abilities, but they simply don't do anything in the hands of a Kalguran.
Reckon you're lucky then. They bring evil.
Believe me, I've tried. We have our own methods of mystical power, to be fair, but your gems remain an enigma. Somehow, I suspect the power is actually inside you, and these virtue gems are just the particular way you believe the world works. I'm no priest, though, so take my opinion for what it's worth. Farewell.
Hail. He's been a great teacher, no doubt about it. But gosh, has he gotten soft as he's aged. Years ago, he'd drive a hard bargain. He was a great negotiator. Then he went and had children. Oh, awful. Almost gives stuff away.
Watch your step, eh? Slip overboard and you're on your own. I'm Kanu, first mate of the Aurora May. If you're looking for a ship, best speak to the boss, Makoru. And mind your manners while you're at it. It's gotten me in my fair share of trouble. And out of it, too. My family wasn't always from these parts, you know? We came out here a few generations ago. My family's tribe, the Tasaleo tribe, they value being on the water above all. But the young ones were never allowed to go very far. But I never went too far. I couldn't leave my family behind. Where they are, that's my home.
Some of us don't have a choice.
Well, hey, here I am. And I'm thankful the boss showed me that I can make a new life for myself. One that I choose. Bye then.
Welcome aboard. I'm Makoru, captain of the Aurora May.
Got a charter here.
Great. Then the Aurora May and her crew is at your service. We can take you wherever you need. Places other captains would never dream of going. Your business is your business. Now, we can set sail whenever you like. Good day. I joined the Trade Guild as a deckhand after I ran away from home. I then worked my way up ever since. I finally took the captain's challenge not too long ago, and now I'm the first Karui captain on a Kalguran ship.
Aye, you've done well. Good on ya.
Thank you, but my story has only just begun. Now I've just got to get out there and make a name for myself. I've put a lot on the line to get to where I am. Who knows? Maybe we'll achieve great things together. They don't talk very much about their homeland, and well, I'm definitely not allowed to sail there.
Do you need to prove yourself first, perhaps?
Nah, it's nothing like that. It's just part of their culture. First, someone has to immortalize my family's triumphs into an epic poem. Then, it must be told at their royal court before their king. This sort of custom is not too different from Karui oral traditions, but it's a tricky situation for me. I am no longer part of my tribe, so I have no family to immortalize in song. Tujin suggested that we could be family, but he was drunk at the time. I don't know what to make of the Kalguran king. I've only heard whispers, rumors.
Not the good kind, I take it.
But something tells me this is quite a concern for the Kalgurans. I've noticed certain types of Val devices seem to up and disappear before being loaded onto ships headed for Kalgur.
The Kalgurans ought to be careful. A leader's wrath can be brutal.
If you mention this, they will deny it. Just like they did when I asked. Until my generation, that is. When I was just a young girl, Tukohama, the Karui god of war, was slain by a mortal. I thought I might find my path in trade and commerce, so here I am, sailing for the Kalgurans. Other Karui like me have spread out across Rayclass in search of meaning. The elders call us Kaivana. They think that we have rejected the way, that we dishonor our families.
Oh, Makoru. I know that pain well.
It's not a pain I feel these days. Now, when I was a young girl, I visited the halls of the dead. My ancestors told me that the way was meant to empower us, not to control us. So who am I dishonoring by seeking my truth? It's a debate that I'm tired of having. But either way, it has separated me from my family, and I must live with that. I became a captain against the wishes of the Trade Guild Council. To lead a Kalguran ship, you must pass a test. I was given a makeshift crew and tasked with sailing a course in a certain amount of time. At the most dangerous point of the course, between two shallow reefs on a moonless night, our cargo of refined Verisium caught fire. It was set to explode at any moment.
Oh my. This puts me off the water even more.
I was faced with a choice. Abandon ship or order some of the crew into the lethal smoke to put out the fire. At the cost of their own lives, no less. They say it's a rather horrible death, gasping for breath with burning lungs that no longer work. So I chose to put out the fire myself. That's just how I was raised.
Such bravery. How'd you survive?
The truth of it is, the candidate passes or fails depending on the votes of the crew aboard. I earned their loyalty by my choice. And many of them still follow me to this day, here on this ship. The council does not aid me in any way, but they also leave me to it. Good chat.
How can I help?
Makoru is the boss, right? Stupid question, really.
She showed the Kalgurans what the Karui have to offer. And honestly, I'm just lucky to be following in her footsteps.
All right. You know flattery doesn't work on me, Kanu.
It is simply the truth.
Aye. You're an impressive leader, Makoru.
The Karui have no ships like the Aurora May. Our vessels are meant to travel between islands or to fish. She feels like she could take us to the end of the world.
It's a wonder. The Asmeri got nothing like it.
I'm just happy to live in times like these. When the Kalgurans showed up, it brought a lot of tension to the tribes. Also brought doubt among the outer islands. My family left the Tasoleo tribe when I was only a boy. They then joined the Tukohama tribe. My parents found hope in their message of strength.
And I suppose you didn't?
Well, look, I don't reject the way. It just feels different to me. Late at night, out on the sea, I can still feel what our old tribe called the flow. It's real. It's powerful. Oh, it's hard to put into words. All I know is Tavakai's version of the way is definitely not something I can flow with. Tavakai doesn't trust outsiders. He wants to drive the Karui further away into isolation. We should at least hear new ideas out, see what they can offer us.
What you need? Why are you asking? Who sent you? Bugger off!
No one sent me, save the spirit.
Makoru's got something to prove. Lucky for you, she's got the talent to back it up. You won't go wrong getting on that ship. Aye, she's left them behind, but she's got her people's spirit. I'm fond of the Karui. They value honor and ancestral tales of bravery. They're wild and free.
I know how that feels.
Oh, you know how it is in times of change. The younger ones get ideas, and the older ones try to push them back toward tradition. The Karui passionately follow what they call the way. Well, I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but it's a kind of code of honor.
So she rejects the way of her people. Tough path to take.
Reject is a strong word. You'd have to ask her. She forges her own path. Kind of like we did coming here, to Rayclast. I admire that. He's fairly new in town. I heard he had too many modern ideas for the chieftain's liking. He seems capable enough, and Makoru's taken a liking to him.
I'd like to meet this chieftain.
His name's Tavakai. He's a bit of a hard ass, a real warrior, and we do our very best not to cross him.
I ought to mind my tongue around Tavakai then.
Wise. Now there's a true friend. Me and him have been on this campaign here in Rayclass since the start of this little venture, when it was but a lodge and a dream. Next thing you know, well, it all got away from us. And here we are, with a whole town somehow grown up around us.
It's remarkable how things can change before we know it.
I'm just now realising I haven't been on an expedition in 6 bloody years. Time really is a cruel master.
Join me on a hunt too, Jin.
Stranger things have happened, I suppose. It's quite the worry. Not one of us sleeps right at night lately. It's just not like her to disappear this long.
Surely she'll be back. Keep hope.
We'd seen her a lot more recently after certain folk made their way back to Kalgur some years back. No, that's not how Gwen.
I wish the best for your friend. I'll have a look on my travels.
Now that there's a good man. He's led us through thick and thin. An aspiring dreamer and a cynical realist. He's a unique fellow.
What makes you trust him so deeply?
His conviction, his passion. He could change the world if he just believed he could.
Where to? This is as close as we can get. Talamoana.
Ahoy! Let's go. Ah, we made it. We shouldn't be here. This place.
Part of a map, looks like. Where's the rest of it? keep throwing ships at this place, it keeps throwing them back.
Stop! Don't come near the circle.
Freya Hartlin? Is that you?
Yes, it is.
Time must have moved slow for you here.
Longer than I can fathom.
How can we break this? Can I smash it?
My boy is lost somewhere on the island, and with him, our trove of raw verisium. It must be runesmithed into spikes. It is the only way to break the seal.
Captain Grisham Hartlin?
I also fear for his fate.
Well then, best we find him. Danid can help with the verisium. Now get your arse moving and look for the captain. I'll stay with Freya. Till
Please
next
hurry.
time.
I feel I could...
Ahoy! You've been out here for so many years. How did you survive?
Shellfish, rainwater, and hope.
Remarkable.
I don't know all the ways of the Karui, but I doubt they intended this trap for you.
Hear that, Freya?
There were times I almost gave up.
Now we've arrived just in time. I remember your boy, Freya. Worked for us for a long while. Captain Hartlin, a capable seafarer, well respected among his crew. Good drinker, too.
He's the apple of my eye.
Really? I thought you'd fallen out over the whole...
We're still family, and family is all that matters.
Aye, blood is thicker than water.
I would do anything to rejoin the Mountain Born.
Keep it up.
That was almost a challenge!
fuse is lit.
None may leave this accursed island. Consider it, the more I believe I've seen a depiction of the weapon. Especially now that I can study the piece in Doriani's possession.
A depiction? Where? The scraps I know, I learned from incredibly ancient ruins.
Yes. When I consulted the ancient being Calandra, she told me where to find the seed of corruption. That it always had. I can still only guess what she meant. In the ruins where the seed was sealed, I saw carvings on the wall. It was a message, left for anyone who might follow in the eons to come. The third mural portrayed the seed's destruction. At the time, I thought it was a warning. Now I see the weapon was depicted quite literally, being driven into the seed.
We must find and reassemble it, no matter the cost.
I will give my very life, if I must.
It is curious that the weapon was broken into pieces and dispersed here.
From what I have seen, I don't believe the weapon was broken apart. It was never fully completed at all. I have only ever seen it portrayed in pieces. The third mural, the one you saw, must have been an instruction. It is my belief that the creators of the weapon were interrupted.
Sounds a nice way of putting it.
It's impossible to know for certain. They were wiped out thousands of years before my time. Do you have any notion?
I was too young to remember much. I was among the Asmeri when it happened. But they did tell stories. I recall tales of a great fire, a great wasting.
You were alive for that? The historical record, it's always been conjecture.
I remember fear. I remember sorrow. But the Asmeri had chosen their homes carefully. And in the end, they were right. Thank you.
I must concur with the hooded one. Someone intentionally carved information meant to be discovered in the future. To do such a thing, they must have believed that their civilization might be endangered. We found them in this region. The stones depicted pieces of the weapon being thrown into the sea.
Someone tried to make it missing.
Their reasoning was unclear, but from what I saw, it was thrown not by soldiers, but by a woman, a scientist, and I have no idea who she was.
Friend, I have urgent news for you. Time is short and the unmaking of the world is nigh.
Go on then.
I am pleased to meet you. I am Lorandis, a missionary of the Twilight Order. But I am here to warn you. The end of days approaches. Something evil has awoken on Rayclast. You have faced it, have you not? I can see it in your eyes. You have faced the wickedness in the hearts of men.
Aye, true enough.
They seek to conquer us, to rule us. We must act. We must fight back. Do you hear that, Kalgurans? Here is one who will join us in the fight. We will save this world together. Utopia is a dream, but Rayclast is a nightmare. Let us choose which we live in, yes? There will be none to rule you, none to tell you how to live.
Only the spirit may lay claim upon me. I welcome it.
Please understand, it will be a glorious thing to behold. The struggle for freedom from tyranny will finally be over. Our savior is a mere mortal, like you or I, only better. The savior is being raised free from the corruption of wickedness. This is the key to our success. If you wish to know more, you should visit our enclave on Erastus. It is not too far from here. As we speak, the Karui flock to our island, eager to join the cause and save Rayclast.
Perhaps I will.
To that end, we have given everything, and will continue to give of ourselves until Rayclast is saved.
If you lot are trying hard to do the right thing, I can't condemn you.
Friend, we are on the same side. Surely you will pledge yourself to aid in the cause.
How do you know if you've accomplished what you need to?
No more pain, no more suffering, no more horrors upon the world. A fresh start, a time we can be proud of. Rayclast is beleaguered by the most detestable of creations, unnatural creations, creations that manipulate our existence. Their time must come to an end.
Who do you speak of? Beasts? Rathin?
The gods must never come back, and divinity must forever return to its dormancy within whatever void it sprung from. Our savior is almost ready. He will remake the world, a world free of divinity, and thus a world free of corruption.
The spirit is all I know. It's outside the folly of man, which gods are not.
Utopia will not remember these gods. They will have no name there. They will never be, nor will they ever have been. Praise be in Utopia's name. Praise be upon the Savior. Now, are you ready to take the pledge? We do not despise the Kalgurans. We merely consider them lucky fools. So they do not take our struggle seriously.
We should be working together. Can we win them over?
Kalgurans are not like us. They stand apart. Their souls are clean. No divinity, no corruption. Rayclast has gods capable of horrors beyond comprehension. Yet their sole fear looms largest. Their aging tyrant king. Absurd.
Why do they fear their king?
The Kalguran king seeks Vaal artifacts. I know not why, but the reason must be sordid. The Vaal destroyed themselves. We will not make the same mistake.
What can I do for you? Hale. Business has been on the rise ever since he took up residence outside my shop. People duck in here to seek refuge from him, and I make a sale while they hide. It's a win for everybody.
Freya Hartlin's still around and trapped on Journey's End? How strange. I believe I know the runes that could break that seal.
Hop to it, will ya? She's not getting any younger.
Rayclast has always been full of surprises. So be it. I'll forge those spikes with haste. There we go. That should do it. Be careful out there.
Freya'll be pleased.
Yes? What's this? A part of a map? Huh. Can't tell much from this alone. Let me know if you find more of it.
You have the Verisium spikes. Quickly, impale these totems. I know very little of the fog, other than its malice. It drew us in and led us to our doom.
It is known to wreak havoc on the mind. Mirages, whispers, lies. Every captain I know has reported strange sightings in the fog over the years. It's only gotten worse of late.
Something's wrong out there with the world. Something's happening. I have to get out of here.
Aye, the spirit knows it too.
I just have to get out. It's been too long. All I remember is the horrible sound of our ship slamming against the rocks. I crawled through the sand and mist, beset by the cries of the dying. And when I opened my eyes, I was here, safe, but trapped.
What a story.
Something about these Ka-Rui totems keeps the malice of the fog at bay.
How do we know this Verisium will help?
Are you not familiar with the power of runes?
Verisium's the very foundation of Kalguran rune work. We call it truth metal. As they say, what is runed becomes reality.
A metal born of the very stars themselves.
Danig would know more of the details, but if a skilled smith imprints the rune for deadly on a sword, that sword becomes, well, deadlier.
Aye, magic. Like them bloody gems.
Magic? It's not magic. It's science.
Science? What the bloody hell is that?
See you soon, I hope.
Not to worry, Freya. I'll have you out in a moment.
Oh, shite! What's going on? Oh, we've been played, haven't we? I'm out
shall win your
Long ago, the Ramako tribe imprisoned a being of great malice here. They maintained it as long as they could. And then, the Tukuhama tribe inherited this duty. It can take any form and deceive the mind. Do not listen to it. Everything it says is a lie. Tawakai, chieftain of the Tukuhama tribe.
I've known fear all my life. Hasn't stopped me none.
Long ago, the Ramako tribe imprisoned a being of great malice here. They maintained it as long as they could. And then, the Tukuhama tribe inherited this duty. It can take any form and deceive the mind. Do not listen to it. Everything it says is a lie. Tawakai, chieftain of the Tukuhama tribe.
I should have known something was off about all that. In my younger days, I'd never been fooled by such a charlatan.
I'm just as surprised as you. We weren't to know.
Nonetheless, the fog is cleared and a Kalguran always pays up. As promised, this is for you. Keep it up. I should have known that wasn't Freya Hartlin.
He were a god, Tangmazu. A mortal turned divine by unknown means.
Tell it to the Skalds, will ya? I'd rather not know.
I sense fear in you. Why's that?
It's unnatural, like a bloody curse. You all just go about your days like nothing's wrong. Yet at any moment, some almighty being could appear and cause mayhem. Like I said, it's best not to even think about these gods of yours.
I'm sorry it worries you so, but we saw what we saw.
Yeah. In the 20 years we've been here, I've seen shite that'd knock your boots off. You know how I get through it? I drink, not think. You should try it sometime.
I should have trusted my instincts. I knew something was strange about that situation. I suppose this confirms the Hartlins are long dead.
No way we could have known.
What possessed you to break our ancestral binding? You have released Takaru, the Deceiver! Now he's free to wreak havoc on Rayclast once more. I should take your head where you stand.
You will do no such thing. How were we to know? Even I knew nothing of that prison or what was held there.
It was the concern of chieftains and the Hatsungo, not those who reject the way.
It was? Says who then? You?
Yes, I am Tawakai, chieftain of the Tukuhama tribe. These waters belong to the Karui. You, along with the Kalgurans, are our guests, and your welcome is already wearing thin.
I'm sorry, chieftain. I had no idea.
It is too late to be sorry. If you weren't trespassing on our shores, it would never have happened. Yes, you are all guests here on these waters. Waters that have belonged to us since the beginning of time. Our way is our identity. It is beyond life and death. The way gave us the strength to endure all the horrors of Rayclast. Corruption, disease, slavers. Ugh, never again.
My tribe survived by living in harmony. But now I'm on my own, with only my own strength.
Return to them. You belong to your tribe, as they do to you. The strength of the individual is nothing against the tide of many. Strength is the key. And yet here we are. Slowly but surely, outsiders forsake us. The Vaal, the Eternal Empire, and now, the Kalgurans. I thought their leader Danik was true of heart, until he allowed the harvest of our sacred whale, and it was all downhill from there.
It began with our remote tribes. They would disappear from their islands, gone without a trace. For generations, the Eternal Empire and the bastards of Oriath raided the weakest of our people and took them as slaves. But where are those slavers now? Dead and gone.
It's a shame the Eternals were descended from the Mountain-born. They should never have left their mountain. It was the wrong path.
The Asmeri are not to blame for their descendants' mistakes. They must only answer for themselves. Long ago, Tukohama put axes in our hands and taught us to fight. That is the most important lesson of our way. We were nothing before we were given strength. Now, the tribes must stand together and put the Karui first. We will always have neighbors, but they must acknowledge our strength, and one way or another, they shall. Tukohama tasked his tribe, my tribe, with keeping that deceiver in his prison. Our sacred duty kept us in this region, even though we longed for the sea. But it is good that we stayed.
I feel guilty for my trespass and for doing what I did, but I didn't know.
That is no excuse. We tried posting warriors to keep watch over the prison. He'd drive them mad. They'd throw themselves into the sea. Instead, we allowed his fog to wreak its havoc, and in turn, keep him hidden. Besides, I had no idea Kalguran runes could undo our ancestral binding. Yet another reason for us to not get along.
It's remarkable you kept him there this whole time.
For untold generations, he slept soundly in that prison. But the deceiver woke from his slumber 20 years ago and has been causing more and more problems ever since. The fog, crashing ships, foul dreams, cursed voices. Even one of our elders fell for his lies and went missing. It is disappointing to see our young abandoning the way and becoming what? Work hands? For the Kalgurans? It is ridiculous! She could be so much more!
Makoru is capable and skilled. I don't see the problem myself.
She is more than capable, which is why she belongs with us. Ugh. The first Karui captain of some outsider's fleet. Is there really honor in that? I doubt it. Kanu rejected us to be a lowly first mate, as they call it. I know his father. He is deeply ashamed. The youth these days are more foolish than ever. Kanu was always headstrong, loud and disrespectful, all the makings of a great warrior. He threw it all away to work for the Kalgurans. We have lost many to foreign causes. That's why Ngakanu is now off limits to outsiders.
The Asmeri welcome new ideas. Home cannot be a prison.
Perhaps that suits you upon your mountain. But the sea moves quickly. We cannot afford to lose more of our young to these dangerous ideas. He showed promise when he arrived on our shores. I saw the warrior within, but I will never forgive him for allowing the hunt of our sacred whale.
Aye, Danig regrets that. But it weren't his fault. It were his bloody king who gave the order.
I did not know that. Either way, the Kalguran monster that is Kingsmarch is too large for any one man to fully control.
Yes? Well, you met the chieftain. How was it?
He is an honourable man. He values tradition highly.
On one hand, he's fostering tradition, allowing it to thrive.
He is committed to his tribe, and it can't be easy.
You're telling me.
Welcome to the Forge. I don't think we're going to find ourselves in open warfare, but Tavakai has recently slowed trade and restricted us to the docks at their settlement. That whale incident certainly didn't help.
What? What happened?
Our king commanded one of our vessels to hunt and harvest meat from a sacred whale, knowing full well what it meant to the Karui. By the time I found out, I was already too late. Tavakai hasn't spoken to me since. Our trade with the Karui fluctuates. There are so many tribes with different beliefs and different propensities. Some days we're all profiting. Other days, they're raiding our shipping lanes.
Do they not feel the spirit? No unity? Strange.
The Tukahama tribe, the largest in the region, welcomed us at first. We got along very well. Too well. When some of their younger members became interested in Kingsmarch, their chieftain, Tavakai, began to see us a little differently. Go make some legends.